Hi guys, Chris Zoupa again. We're just going to look at part 3 of Hangar 18 today. This is the final solo that Marty does before him and Dave start doing those trades, so let's take a look. Guys, let's take a look at the first section. I'm going to slide into 12 of the 4th string, and then I'm going to go 11, 12, 14 on the 3rd, and then after that I want to go to 13 of the 2nd string with my pointer, and then 14 of the 3rd with my middle. So I'll play the whole thing thus far. Let's try it again. Much better, Chris. And then after that we want to go 15, 14, 15 on the 2nd string. Okay, do that one more time a little slower. And then we go into this sweepy thing. Okay, so I'll go through that a little bit slower. I'm playing 14 of the 3rd string, 13 of the 2nd, and then 10 of the 1st. It's a pretty weird finger pattern I've got here, but I do eventually need to get to 15 with my pinky, so you do kind of have to commit to these fingers to get it all right. Okay, so what I'm doing here is 14 of the 3rd, 13 of the 2nd, 10 of the 1st, and then I want to pick 14, 15 again. So you sweep up to the 10, and then pick those last 2 notes. So I'm going 14, 15, and then I pull off to 14 and pull off to 10. So I go, and then I finish off the sweep, which was 13 of the 2nd and 14 of the 3rd. The whole thing thus far a little bit slower. There it goes. Now what I do here, it's not a ridiculously specific slide. I think 19 sounds quite nice, but I'm just going from 13 and going there and coming back. So if you want to be really anal, you can go straight to 19, but I think as long as you get that slide sound, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, it's nice enough. At the end of that, I want to go 10, 13, 10 on the 2nd string. Okay, and then I want to go from 7 of the 2nd string. So I play 7, 8, just as regular notes, and then 7, 8 is a hammer-on into a pull-off, but I slide that 7 after that pull-off, so to go 7 to 8 as a hammer-on to a pull-off to 7, and then I slide straight away to 3 of the 2nd string into a slight bend. So I'll do that a little slower. At the end of that we want to hit 5 of the 3rd string. Let's go from the weird slidey bit a little slower. Alright, let's try the whole section thus far a little bit slower. Okay, at the start of the 2nd section I'm picking every note here. Let's slow that down. I want to go 7, 8 of the 3rd string, and then 7, 10 of the 2nd. Let's try this again. Okay guys, let's have a look at the start of the 2nd section. I'm going to go 7, 8 on the 3rd string, and then 7, 10, and then 9, 10. So to go, so all together, and then at the end of that I go, so at the end of that was 7, 8, 7 on the 2nd string, and then 8, 7 on the 3rd. So to go, so that whole lick was, let's do it one more time, but a bit slower. Okay, at the end of that I want to sort of slide into a diminished arpeggio. So my pinky's around 10, but I don't think it matters too much. I'm sliding from 10 to 14, and then pulling off to 11, and then going up a diminished arpeggio, which is 13 of the 2nd, 14 of the 3rd, and then pulling off to 11 on the 3rd string. So I go. The whole thing thus far a little slower. Okay, after that, I want to go to 13 of the 3rd string rather. We're going 13 to 14 as a hammer, and 13 to 16 on the 2nd string as a hammer, and we do this idea twice. Alright, let's try the whole thing again. we just got a little bit at the end of this. Let's slow this down. I'm doing a hammer on from 15 to 16, and then I play 17 on the first string. So the hammer on 15 to 16 was on the second string, and then I hit 17 to the first, and then I want to pick 16, 15 on the second string, and the end of that is 17, 16 on the third string. So I'll play that all again. Alright, let's try all of section 2 a little slower. Alright guys, let's have a look at the last section. I'm not starting anywhere specific, but I want to start with a slide into 13 of the second string with my middle finger. When I get there, I want to hit it twice, and then I want to hit it a third time and pull off to 12. So to go. When I get to 12, I hit that twice, and then I hit 12 again and slide to 20. Hit 20 twice, and I hit 20 again, and then slide to 19, and then hit 19 twice. So let's try that all again a little bit slower. Okay, to finish that off, I want to use my pointer still and slide from 19 to 13, and then hit 13 twice when I get there. Okay, so the whole thing thus far. Okay, after that, we go into this run. Okay, so we'll slow that down. I'm doing a hammer on into a pull off from 13 to 15 back to 13 on on the second string. And then I go to 14 of the third string. And then I want to pick 13, 15 as single notes, so to go. Okay, after that I want to go 12, 13, 12 as a hammer on into a pull off on the second string, and then go to 14 of the third, and then the hammer onto the pull off thing from 12 and 13 again after that. Sort of go. And then after that I do pretty much the same pattern. I'm going 10, 12, 10 on the second string as a hammer on into a pull off, and then I go to 13 at the string above, and then I go back to that little trill again from 10, 12, 10. Sort of go. Alright, so let's go from 13 to 15 phrase one more time. Try the whole thing thus far. Okay, so after that we go into the very big run that finishes it off. Let's slow that down. So I want to start from 8 of the second string, and then I do a hammer on into 10, pull off to 8, and then I want to go to 11 of the third, sort of go. And then I just sort of work my way diatonically up the scale, and this is mostly legato. So what I'm doing here is I'm going 8, 10, 12 on the second, and then 8, 10, 12 on the first. So all together. Okay, after right there, I sort of work my way down the scale in kind of a triplet idea, sort of go. So when I get to 12, I want to go 12, 10, 8 as a pull off, and then hammer back in to 10 and pull off to 8, and then go to 12 with the second string. Sort of go. Okay, so from the start of that point, we'll do it a little bit slower. And then after that it'll go. So I kind of do those notes twice, if that kind of makes sense. So from 10 to 8 to 12 with the string above, those notes twice. Let's try the whole thing one more time. And the end of that phrase will go. So to finish that off, I'm going 10, 12 to 8, 10, 12 on the second string, and then I go to 8 of the first, hammer on there, 8 of the first, and then 12, 10, 8 on the second string, all as pull-offs. Let's try that all together again. Okay, this last run is really weird. It sounds quite dumb slow, but I slowed it down. I listened to it probably 100 times, and this is definitely as close as I could get. It sounds very strange, but once you play it fast, it's not too bad. I'm going to go from 7 of the second string, then to 10 of the first, and then 10 of the second, and then back to 10 of the first. So I go. Let's do that again. After I hit 10 of the first again, I want to do a pull off from 10 to 7 on the second string, and then play 9 of the third. So a little bit slower. at the end of that I want to go 7 of the second, 7 of the third, back down to 7 of the second. So it'll go. So it'll go. And the end of that is a big bend on 9, and then I play 7 just as a regular note and vibrato it, and that's all on the 3rd string. Alright, we'll go from here, the sort of big legato section, and then we'll try the whole thing from the start of section 3. Alright, let's go right from the start. We'll take it a little slower. And that is part 3 of Hangar 18. Hope you guys have enjoyed that. I'll get cracking on the solo trades yet. I haven't learnt it, but hopefully I'll get that cracking in a week or so, and that will be in the link in the description box. I'll catch you guys soon.